Welcome to the English class. Children, today we are going to learn a new lesson. From the time you get up till you sleep, you will be doing a number of actions. Today we are going to learn something related to the actions that we perform daily. All these actions are said in a different way. When they are performed right now, we present it in a different way, and when the action is completed, we say it in another way. So today, let us learn about these actions and their completed form, that is called as simple past. Let us look at the objectives before we go into the session. Objectives of the session: to help the learners recollect the action words, know about regular and irregular verbs, use verb forms in simple past. Children, when we learn about these actions, we know how to use them in the present and how to use them in the past. Now let us watch a video which will show us about a contest that is happening between the pumpkins and the way they perform different actions, and which pumpkin is good at which action. Let us see now.
First pumpkin, come in. What can you do?
I can run. I can jump. I can swing.
Can you fly?
No, I can't. I can't fly.
Sorry, next. What can you do?
I can throw a ball. I can climb. I can catch.
Can you catch an elephant?
No, I can't. I can't catch an elephant.
Next. What can you do?
I can kick. I can hit. I can fight.
Can you fight a monkey and a crocodile?
No, I can't. I can't fight a monkey and a crocodile.
Too bad. Next. What can you do?
I can smile. I can cry. I can walk.
Can you swim?
No, I can't. I can't swim.
Sorry. Next, pumpkin. What can you do?
I can sleep. I can drink. And I can eat.
Can you eat a tree?
Yes, I can. I can eat a tree.
Yeah! He's the one! Get him in here! Take him, we'll take him!
Children, you all have watched the video. In that, we could see the different actions performed by the pumpkin. Now let us see what actions the pumpkin was able to perform. So, the first pumpkin was able to run, jump and swing. The pumpkin 2 was able to perform throw, climb, catch. The pumpkin 3 knows to kick, hit, fight. The pumpkin 4 could smile, cry and walk. The pumpkin 5 can sleep, drink and eat. So, most of us learnt when these actions are performed and they have been completed, we add ed to them and we say. So, some of us has taught us that if we add ed to the action words, they say that it is in the past form. Now let us see how we can add ed to the actions that the pumpkins performed. In the simple present, we say run, and when we add ed, it becomes runned, jump, jumped, swing, swinged, throw, throwed, climb, climbed, catch, catched, kick, kicked, fight, fighted, smile, smiled, cry, cried, drink, drinked, eat, eated. So when we read all these words, what happened, children? Some of the words were sounding odd to our ears, isn't it? Why do you think that these words are sounding odd? Let us see if these words are put in a paragraph and seen. Now let us listen to a story which is told, and let us see how these action words we added with ed are sounding to us. The Lion and the Little Mouse. Once, when a lion was asleep, a little mouse runned up and down upon him. This soon disturbed the lion. The lion angrily catched the mouse with his huge paw. The mouse jumped out, but the lion opened his big jaws to swallow him. "Pardon, O king," cried the little mouse. "Forgive me this time. I shall never forget it. Who knows but what I may be able to do you a turn some of these days." So, when we look at these words like runned, catched, jumped and opened, don't you think that these words were sounding something odd like runned and catched? We don't use. Here we have only added ed to those words and they are sounding in this way. So, odd sound itself doesn't say that this word is wrong. At the same time, whenever we add ed to the verbs, it has some rules to be followed. And let us see which words we can add ed and which words we shouldn't add ed and add only d, and for some words we should add ied. Now let us look at those words. So here when we look at these words, children, these are called irregular verbs where we did not add any ed to them, but the verb form has been changed. Now let us look at these words. Run has become ran, swing, swung, throw, threw, catch, caught, fight, fought, drink, drank, eat, ate. So for none of these words ed was added. Why do you think we did not add the ed to them? These are the past forms without ed. They are called as irregular verbs. These are only a few irregular verbs which I have told you here, but there are many other irregular verbs. Now let us look at the regular verbs. That means the words where we can add ed to the end of the word and they become the past forms. Let us look at those now. Regular verbs. So climb, climbed, kick, kicked, smile, smiled, jump, jumped, cry, cried. So when we look at these words, we have seen the words like smile, all these words only d was added, whereas for the cry word, cry, ied was added. So this says that ed can't be added to every action word, but it has some particular rule where we can add ed to them. So only the regular verbs we can add ed or ied or d at the end of the action word, but for irregular verbs we cannot add ed. So runned is not the right way, but run becomes past form is ran, and catched is not the right way, it is caught. So now let us look at the other rules where how this e or ed or ied can be added. Now let us look at this slide, children. Words that end with e, we add only d. So, there are some words which ends with E. So, for example, smile, and here E is already there. We can't add E again, another E and a D, but we can only add D to it. So, the boy smiled at the joke. Now, let us see the other rule where ED is added. Let us look at the video now.
Mumbai Express is expected shortly to arrive at platform number 2. All the passengers are requested to move to platform.
Yes, when you have seen the video, we could observe that what did the announcer do? What did she announce? Yes, what did the passengers do? Did all the passengers board the train? So, what was the announcement made by the announcer? She said, the train is arriving at the platform number 2. So, did all the passengers board the train? Yes, a few of them did not board the train. They were praying to their God, and they did not board the train, and they decided to go in the next train. So, when we look at those words, arrive, announce and decide, how they look, how they are ending? They are ending with an letter E. Announce. So, this when it is turned into in simple past, it is said as announced. The station master announced the arrival of the train. And the word arrive, when it is used in the past form, it is said as arrived. The train arrived at the station 10 minutes ago. And the word decide, when they decided to go by the next train. So, in the past form we use it as decided. So, I decided to go by the next train to Mumbai. So, when we look at these words which are ending with E, here only we added D to them. Now, let us look at other set of words. Yes, in the slide we can see a baby crying. The baby is crying bitterly. So, the word cry, it is ending with a letter Y. So, the words that end with Y. The words that end with Y are replaced with IED if the letter before Y is a consonant, that means other than A, E, I, O, U. Then we add IED in the past form. And for the words which end with Y and the before word is a vowel, that means A, E, I, O, U. If it has any letter of A, E, I, O, U, we add only ED to that word in the past form. So, now let us look at a set of words which has Y at the end and how they are replaced by IED. Before that, let us look at a video now. Now, let us look at these set of questions. What did we see in the first picture? Yes, we could see a girl reading the book. In the second picture, we could observe that her friends were trying to copy from her. And how did she feel when she has seen her friends copying from her? Obviously, everybody will feel very bad or depressed. So, let us see those words like study, copy, and the last word is cry. So, see the word study and it is ending with Y, but before the Y we have D. It is not A, E, I, O, U but D. So, it is a consonant. That is why we added IED at the end in the past form instead of Y. She studied very hard for her exams. Now, let us look at the next word, copy. For this also we have P before Y and it is also a consonant. So, now we are adding IED in the past form. The past form of copy is copied. The boy copied all the answers from her. So, obviously whenever somebody copies from our answers, we feel like crying, isn't it? So, the next word is cry. So, when we look at this word CRY, so R is there before Y, so it is also a consonant, so it is CRIED in the past form, cried. She was depressed and cried in agony. So, we have seen that Y before, if a consonant is there, we should add instead of Y, IED in the past form. Now, let us look at the next video and see how we can add only ED for the letter Y, where a vowel is present in front of the Y. Look at the slide now. You can see some children are very happy and they are enjoying, isn't it? So, enjoy, ENJOY. So, O is there before Y. So, here we can replace Y with ED. So, enjoy, enjoyed. They enjoyed their friend's birthday. So, in the past form we say enjoyed. The past form of enjoy is enjoyed. They enjoyed their friend's birthday. Now, let us look at a video and see how we can add ED in place of Y for those words, and why we have to replace ED for that particular word which is ending with Y. Words ending with Y replaced by ED. So, we could see in the picture a notice was displayed. So, the word display, in the past form we say it as displayed, because display has a vowel letter, that is A, before the Y. So, that is why we are adding only ED. Remember that here we are not adding IED, but we are adding only ED, because the letter A is an vowel. A notice was displayed about new jobs. Now, let us look at the next word, that is employ. So, here also in employ we have O before Y, that means O is a vowel, and here you can see ED is added in the past form. Employ, employed. Ramesh was employed in the company. Next word is enjoy. So, obviously when he saw a notice, he has been employed in the company. Now, he is giving a party to his friends. So, enjoy, ENJOY. So, the letter before Y is again O, that is a vowel. So, in the past form enjoy becomes enjoyed. So, ED is added and the sentence is all his friends enjoyed the party. Now, we have learnt how we can add IED and ED when the word ends with Y, and at the same time if it is a consonant we are adding IED, and if the word ends with Y and before Y if we have a vowel we add only ED. Now, let us look at another video where we can see a girl Rashmi doing her work from the day she wakes up and then till she sleeps. In the video, we could see that Rashmi was performing many actions. Yes, Rashmi read a book last night, she went to bed at 9 o'clock in the night, she woke up in the morning, then Rashmi took breakfast, later she played. So, Rashmi was performing many actions, but if the same actions are said in the past, it is told as Rashmi read the book, she went to sleep and she played with her friends. So, this is how the actions in the past are said. Now, let us see how this actions differ when the time is changing. So, how they are changing according to the time? So, let us see that now. Time of expressions refer to the past. So, suppose we are talking about the actions that are performed yesterday, then we use yesterday, yesterday morning, yesterday afternoon and yesterday evening. So, we have to specifically say that certain actions are being performed yesterday. Suppose the same actions are being performed last, that means a little long ago, then we say it in this way: last night, last week, last month and last year. In the same way, many other things that we can use it with last. So, ago is used for specific lengths of time, that means certain span of time, then we use ago. A week ago, 5 hours ago, 10 minutes ago, 2 days ago. This is how we use different way of expression according to the time. Ago is used for certain length of time, means whenever you are specifically saying about certain time, that means 10 minutes or 5 hours or 2 days, then we use ago. Let us look at the slide where certain sentences are showing the present form, and at the same time the same sentences when it is said in the past form. Let us look at them now. I wake up in the morning, and the wake becomes woke in the past. I woke up in the morning. I take breakfast at 9 o'clock. I took breakfast at 9 o'clock. I play with my friends. I played with my friends, where we can see the wake has become woke and take has become took and play has become played. So, we can see that in the simple present these action words are said in a different way, and when the same words are said in simple past, they change their form of verb. So, here also we could see that irregular verbs like take has become took and regular verb play has become played. So, this is how it changes. Now, let us look at another activity where the daily routine has been performed. So, this is taken from the textbook. These few sentences, let us see how the past form of the verbs are presented here. Soon after the examinations were over, Mom made preparations for the trip. On the 25th of April, we took the Pinakini Express from Vijayawada and reached Chennai at 1 p.m. When we look at these words were, made, took and reached, these are the action words which had been performed already and they had been used in the simple past. So, the present form would be made would be make, took would be take and reached would be reach. So, this is how when the same action word in the present form is different to the same action word in the simple past. Now, let us see the daily routine of Ramya, which is displayed on your screen. Ramya woke up in the morning at 6 a.m. After completing all her work at 9 a.m., she went to school walking. At 1 p.m., she took her lunch. Then she came back to attend the classes from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. In the last period, she played with her friends. During evening time, she met her friends. Later, from 6 p.m. to 7:30, she studied her lessons. At night, 8 p.m., she ate her dinner and went to sleep. Children, we have learnt the different activities that Ramya was able to do. You all also must be performing different activities. So, here is a small task for you all. You all also are going to write your activities that you are going to perform or you had performed on Sunday. See the slide and you can see the columns there. On one side you have time and on the other side the activities I did. So, first you are going to fill up this table, which time, which activity you have performed, and then you are going to write all these activities in the past form, that is simple past. So children, today you have learnt about the action words and the way they behave in the present and in the simple past. So let us meet in the next class. Thank you.